Okay. All right. So I want to do a quick video on the fact that there are no people that are the color of this screen. I repeat, there are no people the color of this screen. No one is white. So I had a discussion with a guy online on Facebook, and he was a brother, and he was basically saying that I'm just, mad at white people, blah blah blah, and I sound like a Moor and all this madness. When I give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah, the Father, in the name of the Son. I believe in the Most High. He separated the nations. It's in Scripture. And throughout history, things have been changed by the people who are called the color on the screen. So this is an excerpt from a book entitled Birth of a White Nation. So I'm going to read a few things from her book. The author of the book, her name is Jacqueline Badalore. Basically, I'll just get to the point. The point is that the creation of the word white came in during the 1600s. Let's read that passage where she says this. The label white, it's in the second paragraph, the label white, reflecting a group of humanity, appears nowhere in law until 1681. Okay, and before this, she tells you what people called themselves before. Prior to the label white, people were referenced by a number of possibilities, including national origin, such as Spanish, British, or Brazilian, or by religion, such as Jew, Christian, or Muslim. There were other possibilities as well, such as one's status as a servant or free, owning class, or servant class. However, quote-unquote whites or white people was not one of them. Okay, not one of them. So it was created in 1681. I'm not going to go read any more of the book, but basically she says that there was a law passed in Virginia that was basically trying to get the indentured servants, who were Europeans, to stop marrying the free Moors, the other indentured servants, not slaves, but there were indentured Moors who were also from Europe, black guys, guys and gals, who were indentured servants in Virginia, not slaves, that were free during this period of time in the 1600s. So let's just read that little part. It says, for most, it is surprising to learn that from 1619 through the 1680s in Virginia up to 1800 and other areas, interactions suggesting significant trust and mutuality between Europeans and Africans were not uncommon. So that means that there were black people who weren't slaves in Virginia at this time. Remember, the particular race of people from West Africa, the first ship landed in 1619, as far as it was written. Now, there were signs, there are signs that exist that there were certain African tribes, or really Jews, Israelites, who were brought over before the 1600s, in the 1500s, late 1500s. But by their record, 1619 was the embarkation of the transatlantic slave trade, as far as it went from West Africa to the Americas. All right, so that's basically what I wanted to bring out, that the word white was not used for a people or a race of people until 1681. That is why you see today on your application, are you black, white, Hispanic, Native American? You'll see that on the application when you fill out for a job. They introduce color when people were using color in the before this time, before 1681, they were just simply describing a person's skin tone as a person's skin tone. But they would say, okay, that guy he's a Gambian, he's from Gambia, where he's dark brown, or he's swarthy, that's what I think, that's German, or he's some would say black, Spanish negro, or nigger was the actual Latin. If you look it up, let's look that up right quick. Was the actual Latin? Let's see if I can look that up right quick. The Latin word nigger. Alright, so let me see, which definition do I want, or which let's try this one. Nope, that's going into Niger, or the nation that they call Niger. Let's see. Nigger. Nope, it's also going into Niger. Let's just try Wikipedia. What does it say? Okay, here it is. The word originated in the 18th century as Spanish of a Spanish negro, a descendant of the Latin adjective nigger. Okay, so let's look that up. Nigger. Pronunciation: nigger, N-I-G-E-R, 1 G, still was pronounced the same way, and it says was shining black, nigrum, to turn black into white. Okay, synonyms doesn't really give the definition that I'm looking for. Let me see. Let's see. The word nigger was in the Bible. Let me see if I can find that. This is a Greek lexicon for the word nigger. I don't need all that. Here it is. Proper masculine noun of Latin origin. Let's see. Strong's info. What does it say? Nigger. Greek inflections. Just says of Latin origin. I was trying to find the actual. Simeon was called nigger, not just Simeon. It says Simeon and Barnabas in Acts 13:1. Right here. Now there were in church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. So all of these guys were called nigger. Alright, which it wasn't a derogatory word, it was just talking about the color of their skin, which meant black. Alright, so we see that they changed just descriptive words of color into a race of people, which of course I have other videos about what they really are. Because there's no one the color of white, right? There's no one on earth that color. People are shades of red, which means it shows forth through their skin, which in the Bible is called leprosy. It's leprous. They have no melanin at all. And you have people who are shades of brown, from dark, very, very dark chocolate brown, which is close to black, but it's not black. No one is actually black either. You have from dark chocolate brown all the way up to like a very, very light beige. You have people that are light beige, sort of like you have some Asian people who are very, very light beige, or you have some Hispanic people who are very, very light beige color. You know, they're not actually a red pigment, sort of like these so-called quote-unquote white people. They are descendants of Esau, Edom, and we can do that another day on another video. They are descendants of Esau, Edom, mixed with some of the children of Javan from Britain, Chittim, in those areas, and which are Japhetic people, or actually those people took over the Japhetic people who actually lived there before them, who were beige or brown people. So we'll get into that later. I just want to do a short video on the origin of white people. You can look up the law. I don't know exactly what the law is, but it was just trying to stop pale women from marrying Moorish men, or indentured servants from marrying indentured servants. That's what it was called. That's why they called them white at that time. 1681 was their creation. All right, in a minute. All praise the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for another video, and hopefully I'll bring another one to you guys shortly.